Oh, I got it. Sit. Sit. Buster, sit down. Look at this asshole. Buster, sit. 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 Good boy. Okay, hey guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different than my other videos because it's hard to film during the weekday when you have other things to do, and I also didn't have anyone to come to the gym with me to help me film during my workout. So I am just going to talk through the workout that I did. This workout was on Sunday, so that was my leg day. I did cardio in the morning, so I had done only a 10-minute warm-up on the treadmill with some incline for this, and then I moved right into squats. I started with the bar, just for a warm-up set. I'm pretty happy with where I am, although I think my legs are my weakest point, and I think that they could definitely be bigger. You have to keep in mind, I'm kind of really tall. I'm 5'8". A lot of these girls who are doing these bikini competitions are like 5'2". Their physiques look a lot different than mine. They have like these big round muscles in their lower body and their glutes, and also their hamstrings and quads. Mine are very long. When I'm down in the full squat position, you can see like that good definition. You can see that I have muscular legs, but up at the top, you can also see that they look very skinny. That's something that's just going to take me a longer amount of time to build up than someone who has smaller legs. And I'm trying to go heavy right now as much as possible, but obviously I'm a little bit weaker than I could be because I'm on prep. I've been on a deficit now. Oh, look at that face, making good faces. So this, I put 25s on either side, and I believe I did 15 reps. I might have only done 12. Right now I've been maintaining at around 125 pounds, my body weight. Eating about 1,700 calories a day, which is super low for me, but I do think it's important to note that there are certain things I consume throughout the day where I don't track the macros, such as condiments, artificial sweeteners, sugar-free Jell-O, and cashew milk that I use pretty liberally. I mean, I probably drink half of a gallon of that shit a day. And so I'm probably getting a decently, close to 100, if not more, extra calories throughout the day from things I'm not tracking. So it's probably a little more than that. Slapped 10 pounds on either side and went for 115. Again, I think I did 12 or 15 reps with this one and made some more ugly faces. Feeling pretty good here. My goal here was just to go up in weight until I no longer felt comfortable anymore. As I said, my strength has dropped a little bit, and I actually have a hernia, but I have the go-ahead from my doctor to lift heavy, and it has not gotten any worse in almost a year. It's an umbilical hernia, not a sports hernia, so that is a different thing. Some people are born with them. A lot of people have them for their entire lives, and they're not a big deal. I'm probably going to get it fixed eventually. You can see it a little bit now that I'm really lean, which is weird, but otherwise it does not bother me at all, really ever, so it's not a big deal. Another 10 pounds. This was 135 pounds at 125 pound body weight, so I'm squatting more than my body weight here. Oh boy, did I do 10 reps? Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I did as many reps as I could, but I won't say I didn't go fully to failure. I did as many reps as I could with decent form and without killing myself. Okay, so I took those 10s off. I put another 25 on either side on top of the 25 that was already there. So that's 50 pounds on either side plus the 45-pound bar, 145 pounds at 125 pounds body weight. I wasn't expecting to go this high. I thought I was not going to make it. I think I did 3 reps with this weight. The second one. Here is the third. And yeah, that was all I was able to get with that. So I decided to push myself at the end and add another 10 pounds to either side for 165 pounds. All while making my horrible, horrible gym face. You really can't be embarrassed at the gym of, doing things like making horrible faces or sweating, making noises. That's just part of the process, and it's gonna happen. I took the weights off at the end, slapped a 10 on, and just did a burnout set. I think I did 20 reps here. Okay, so after that, I went on to these cable squats. I guess they're called cable squats. Um, these are really good for targeting your glutes. I feel them also in my hamstrings a little bit, really just in the entire posterior chain. They also help you like activate, I mean, at least me, activate my back muscles while I'm squatting. You got to push through your heels really for these. You're tempted to come forward onto your toes because the cable is pulling you forward, but if you push through your heels, I got a clip of me coming up from the side where you can see. You always want to sit back through your heels and keep your knees from coming forward over your toes. So that's what I do. I do these pretty heavy. I think I started with 67 pounds, went up to 77, 87, and then 97. So yeah, there you can see I go really deep. I keep far back. I'm putting most of my weight in my heels. I'm keeping my back straight, and I clench my glutes up at the top. So yes, yes, there we go. Um, yeah, so more of these. I did 4 sets, like I said, and I eventually went up to using the full weight stack. So I think that's what that was right there. After that, I went and I did these sideways single leg presses. At this point, I was really tired. Usually, I use only 10s or 15 pounds on either side, but today I was just going with no weight because, again, at this point, I get fatigued faster at the gym. That's what happens to me, which is normal when you're on a calorie deficit, but I just don't have the stamina to keep going. It can be kind of annoying or a little disappointing. I feel like I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to working out for longer. I'm used to doing more isolation work at the end, but I just find myself with kind of dead muscles already. But I did this. I think I did 15 on either side. You can see what it looks like from the back. I do think I've gotten a decent amount of development in my glutes over the past couple years. I mean, I used to have absolutely none whatsoever. So no, they're not the same as others, but they are better than they were. This just gets hard after a while, but make it through. You got to do the thing. After that, I did these lunges with those sliding pads they have at the gym. Um, Basically, at this point, I got into the gym pretty late that day. I got in there at like 10:30. So I wanted to utilize my time effectively. So I just grabbed a weight plate and I decided to do combo movement. Nothing crazy here. I just did 20 reps on either side. Basically 10 of each, but 20 in total. After that, dumbbell deadlifts. I started with 30 pounds. I did 3 sets of these. A huge problem I have with my deadlifts in general is that I cannot do them with straight legs. I need to work on my flexibility so much, but I'm always doing so many other things that I don't have the time to fully dedicate to like a real, because I mean, I need to do like some serious like yoga type stuff because I'm very, very tight. And I mean, I don't need to necessarily do yoga, but I need to dedicate some serious time to stretching out, and I just don't have the time right now. I decided to challenge myself on the last set and use 50-pound dumbbells. Again, that's about as straight as I can get my legs to go while doing deadlifts without having to twerk my back. So that's as much as I can in the off season. I really want to focus on working on my flexibility and my range of motion and really getting into some better straight-legged deadlifts. I know that will really help with the development of my hamstrings. Yeah, it's really hard to get a good view of yourself while you're trying to do hamstring curls and no one can film you at the gym. You can see here a little bit of definition. They're starting to pop. They're starting to get a pump. Mostly that's from the workout. And just at another angle, trying to get a good angle. I did 3 sets in total. Well, no, I did 3 sets with both legs, and then at the end, I did 1 set on each leg just to burn it out. At this point, I was keeping the weight pretty low in general because, again, I was really tired. This was burning so bad, like the whole like lower weight thing. It's a little bit disappointing, but to say I'm not getting a hard workout even though the weights are low is not true because, I am tired and it is challenging for me at this point. Coming up next, we have some of my favorite exercises. I did 2 or 3 sets of these, 20 reps, keeping the weight low, and then I also did some bent knee kickbacks, which I also love. These are really great for isolating the glutes. I do these constantly. I probably do these too much, but I don't know if you can ever really do these too much. I also have an ankle weight at home that I will do these exercises with. Yeah, I did 2 or 3 sets of the straight-legged and 2 or 3 sets of the bent-legged towards the end of my workout. Even though I'm not quite where I'd like to be in terms of the size of the mass on my legs, I'm still really happy because when I started, I had like nothing, and my glutes were completely flat and completely non-existent, and I was completely top heavy. And so that roundness is still important to me, even though it's not where I'd like it to be. This is an exercise that you will do that will always be embarrassing, but there's nothing you can do about it. Getting on the machine backwards allows you to dip down into a vulgar looking squat, which activates your glute muscles really well and also helps keep your muscles strong. So you want to work, I'm working my inner thighs. I'm doing that mostly because my legs are so skinny and from the front they kind of have a really thin appearance. But you want to go and work those outer thighs. I actually went back at the end right here and hit them for one last set to make sure that they were the last ones I activated in that series, because they are the most important for making sure that your knees don't collapse inwards while squatting, which is also very important for us tall people. All right, just 10 minutes before the gym is closing, I decided to do 100 body weight glute bridges. This is an exercise that is really kind of one of the only exercises that just isolates your glutes only. I think there's a little bit of hamstring recruitment in them. Again, like other exercises, in order to activate your glutes more than your other muscles, you want to press through your heels. You want to squeeze at the top of every rep. I did 100, so I sped it up a little bit so that you can see it. And you can also have proof that I did all 100 and also gave it a nice squeeze at the very end. And then I turned it over. I had about like literally 3 minutes left. And so I did a couple variations on kickbacks. I wasn't really counting reps at this point. I was just like going on either side until I couldn't go anymore. And then I was doing different variations. I did both legs, one after the other. Like I think, where is it? Right here? Or no, not yet. I'm doing a couple more of these kickbacks, and then I was already past the time the gym was closing, and then I started doing this. And about a few minutes later, someone came upstairs and threw me out of the gym, basically, and so I had to go home. And yeah, that was my workout. I know it wasn't terribly exciting, but you got to keep in mind I'm about 12 days out, like pretty depleted, and also did a lot of cardio in the morning, so I wasn't going to be doing any, box jumps or anything crazy. My legs were also pretty tired from that as well. So I hope you really liked it. I hope, even if you didn't, you know what, just leave me a comment. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. If you like what you see, please subscribe so I can put up more videos for you guys. And I'll see you next time.